Today's movie, Voyage to the Planet of Prehistoric Women, is, as promised, the second part of our Prehistoric Planet 2-for-1 special. More accurately, it's the second adaptation of Planet of Storms, the original Russian film. And even more accurately, it's an adaptation of Voyage to the Prehistoric Planet, the first adaptation. Or maybe an adaptation of Voyage to the Prehistoric Planet and Battle Beyond the Sun, another Russian film. Confused? Get used to it. It won't get any better. Let's get started. I'll ramble more as we go along. Voyage to the Prehistoric Planet apparently made money. So what happens in Hollywood when a film makes money? Well, you get either an ill-advised sequel or an even more ill-advised remake. Outside of special editions or director's cuts or things like that, I don't believe I've ever heard of taking a film, re-editing it again, and re-releasing it under a different title. But that's just what Roger Corman did. Out went Basil Rathbone and Faith Domergue, and in came a bevy of scantily clad blondes. As the story goes, American International wouldn't release it unless Corman, quote, added some girls, unquote. So, what choice did he have? He hired a young novice director to take care of the new insert scenes. The young fellow used a pseudonym, Derek Thomas, in the credits. Maybe he didn't think Peter Bogdanovich would fit on the screen. More likely, he just didn't really want to be connected with it. So, in 1968, Voyage to the Planet of Prehistoric Women was born. Not to be confused with 1966's Women of the Prehistoric Planet or 1967's Prehistoric Women. Now, if you haven't seen part 1 of this special, please do so now. It may make some of my comments here more understandable. Or not. We're dealing with a number of different movies here, which will be flagged in the lower right-hand corner. There is Battle Beyond the Sun, BBS, which all their rocket launch and flight and space station footage is from. Then there's Voyage to the Prehistoric Planet, PP, from which all the footage of the 5 astronauts and their robot pal inside the ships and exploring the planet is taken. And then Voyage to the Planet of Prehistoric Women, PW, with which we're mainly concerned here. And of course there's Planet of Storms, the original Russian film that both PP and PW were re-edited from. Now, there are no parts in PW that are not originally in PP, so there'll be no further mention of Planet of Storms. The first 2.5 minutes of the film are narration by Peter Bogdanovich himself, explaining the history and development of space travel. Then the credits. This is the final film under the banner of Film Group, for what it's worth. The 5+1 Russian actors were again given American names, but different ones. Even the character names were somewhat modified. The guy in the robot suit was a former champion wrestler. Basil Rathbone and Faith Domergue and her hair gone completely, as are their characters. Neither screenwriter Henry Ney or producer Norman Wells have any other credits before or after this movie. Anybody besides me suspect those just might be pseudonyms for Roger Corman and or Bogdanovich? Well, there's no one else here of any consequence. As mentioned before, all the shots of a space station and rockets refueling and blasting off are actually from another one of Corman's Russian acquisitions. This explains why the spaceships being refueled are of a totally different design.
All of it. From the beginning.
The whole movie's framed as a flashback,
You be the
with the
judge.
character Andrei doing the narration.
It was 2 years
In
ago,
the overall scheme of
in
things, it's rather
1998,
unnecessary.
that the first manned spaceship left Earth for the planet Venus. This attempt ended in tragedy. A meteor hit the ship. Everything was lost.
The same asteroid
Everything
collision,
the will
but
to get
with a
there
slightly
to
different
explore
context.
Venus. And so, it was only 6 months later that the second attempt was made.
Now, in the first versions, Marcia was an actual character. Here, the name is used for the control center, similar to Houston. As in, Houston, we've had a problem.
For Earth control was Marcia.
First stage rockets ready. Main rocket stage ready. Fuel ready. Stabilization center ready. Power ready.
Actually, each station checking in like this is realistic. Watch Apollo 13. Note the Russian star on the fin.
There were only 2 men on the new mission, astronaut Howard Sherman and Captain Alfred Kern.
The character names
But there was
have
another
changed
being with them.
slightly.
Kern's
Dr.
invention,
Kern is given a first
Robot
name,
John.
Alfred,
Awaken, John.
and his companion is now Howard Sherman. Maybe the other Alan Sherman was too popular by now.
Monitor, John.
Kern is still creepy.
I hear you.
Everything went smoothly the first part of the voyage. They traveled over halfway, 17 million miles, without mishap. Radio contact was maintained with Marcia at Earth control, and they stopped on schedule at the United States Space
You know,
Station.
for
Texas,
1962,
for
special
refueling.
effects were actually quite good.
Attention, all landing personnel.
Earth control, we listened to their progress with more concern than anyone else.
Refueling A-OK.
We are spared the Chekhov-inspired scene.
Because we were the command crew, and if anything went wrong, we were set to follow. There were 3 of us. Commander William Billy Lockhart, astronaut Hans Walters, and me, Andre Furneaux. I remember how worried we were as we listened to their voices from so many miles away.
Kern's calling Marcia. Kern's calling Marcia. Refueling completed. Ready for blastoff.
And then they saw it, Venus.
Cloud formations, 30% ash content.
And they prepared to land.
A planet of fire below us. Is it a new world, or will it consume us all?
At any moment now.
And then, suddenly, things started going wrong.
Black clouds. Lightning. I don't like the looks of this. I'm turning control over to Robot John.
Ahead, steep mountain. I am going up.
Wow, close call.
We're watching on the location finder. The area is strange. This is truly a prehistoric planet. Landing location is square 73.
We're now dropping our beacon. Landing 300 meters southwest of square 73. Oh, there's water beneath us. We're drifting.
Sherman. Kern. Answer.
Kern. Sherman. Kern, are you there? It's hopeless.
Well, very soon after that, it became clear there was only one thing to do. Blast off for Venus ourselves.
Here we go again.
Complete the mission, explore the planet, and attempt to rescue Kearns and Sherman. If they were still alive.
Keep coming. More, John. That's it.
Cover me, Kern. Look out!
I have the same inept mini Godzilla actors.
Sherman, behind you!
Why don't you catch a bus and go home?
Don't think I wouldn't if I could find one.
There he is. He's up. Pull it tight. He can hold it.
You better go first, and I'll come along after you.
Within 2 hours, we were ready to go.
2 hours? Yeah, I know they were standing by, but 2 hours? 2 days at least, if not 2 weeks. They saved a lot of money by reusing most of the blast-off flight refueling sequences. A little bit more was added. Look close, you'll see that it's not only a different design of ship, it also has a different name.
Refueling was accomplished in record time. There was no time to lose. Funny, considering the way things turned out. What I was thinking about as we sped through the dark universe on our way to an unexplored planet. I was wondering if maybe there wasn't some reason that Venus had been named after the goddess of love. If maybe there wasn't some wise old astronomer way back in the dawn of time who knew something. Something he kept to himself. But before I could come to any conclusions about it, we were preparing for our touchdown on Venus, where maybe I'd find all the answers. And then, almost before I knew it, we were there. We were landing.
We're landed. Voila.
Don't begin celebrating yet.
Ha. Oh.
Is our level okay?
All we knew was that Marcia at Earth Control had spotted what was probably Kearns and Sherman and approximately where they might be. So we started out in our space car, heading in that general direction, not stopping to investigate the many prehistoric sites we passed. But we were still unable, no matter how hard we tried, to make radio contact with Kearns or Sherman. So we had no way of knowing what they were going through on that distant part of the planet.
I don't think I can go on much further. John, stay with us. Make sure they find us. They should know. Must continue to work the laws of mathematics. There's always a precise probability. Mathematics might prove. Mathematics might... Marcia. Dearest Marcia. You must...
Dearest Marcia? Obviously a holdover from the previous versions when Marcia was a real woman. Continuity was not this movie's strong suit.
Help them find us, John.
The shoreline's the best. If we do, my friend, we'll never make it to them. Fat chance there is of finding them. A girl? Perhaps. Or a monster.
Okay, here's where it gets interesting. From one point of view. From another, that of the story, here's where it gets downright boring.
Wake up, Marama. Our sisters are calling. Wake up, Nyla. Our sisters are awake. They're hungry. You have slept enough. It is time to go into the sea.
Maybe another version can be made, titled Voyage to the Planet of Telepathic Bimbos.
Let us hunt well, little sisters.
It's a human. Well, there are sure no humans here.
You ought to know that, Hans. To a man of science, anything is possible until proven otherwise.
We probably could have done without this. Out shopping for a new bra.
It is our beloved God, Terra. He is angry. We must leave this place. Come, follow me.
Lord save him.
What?
No response from Kern or Sherman.
Well, we should soon be there.
Keep trying. Maybe we can bring them in on the helmet mic. Kern has an auxiliary.
I am.
I hear you. I have adjusted.
Can you report your position and plot number? Over.
Square 40. In shelter.
Tell me what's outside.
Water. Sun above. Falling on large rock.
That's square 40. Not far. Ask him about the men. Hello. We would like to know about Kern and also about Sherman.
They do not speak. They do not move. I have one tablet.
Place the tablet in his mouth. You must do this quickly. Revive him with water. Pour it over his face. Quickly. Then close his helmet.
At least we know they're alive.
Let's hope they stay that way.
Commander, look there. I'm ready with the astrogun.
Some kind of flying reptile. He may not see us.
He hit us. He's turning around.
Maybe not.
We're in for it now. He knows we're here.
Luck. Take it now.
Here he comes.
Don't miss him.
Here he comes again.
Open hull. We'll submerge.
We were forced to submerge, even though we had killed the flying reptile, because of the damage the creature had caused when it hit us. And it was a good thing, too. For here, under the sea, we were to find the second clue to life on Venus.
Look, the cliffs are all in even rows, like streets. I'll look around. Just 5 minutes. Might find something interesting.
Could we say Terra is all washed up as a god?
Hurry. It is our god. Terra. He's dead. What makes Nyla and Marama so sad? Come, sisters, let us see. Oh, Terra. What evil demon has destroyed our god? We must carry him to the holy place and pray to his spirit.
Commander.
Well, what do you know?
It's a statue.
Andre!
What's up? You just look here. That's only a petrified tree. Only? Why, it's a bronze statue.
And much more, Hans. Rubies.
You say rubies? Show me.
Simple. The eye of an idol.
An idol?
Yes, a reptile. A reptile resembling that flying monster that attacked us earlier. Up there.
You're right, Andre. I'm not laughing anymore. There was a civilization here.
And I'll bet you there still is.
Of your spirit that lies dead before you.
Ah, yes, the sacred underpants on the head of the High Priestess.
You will be avenged. The evil demons that did this will themselves be destroyed.
Something seemed to draw me away, to make me search for, I didn't know what. I felt something. I don't know. I felt as though I were being watched. But I didn't see anything except a harmless octopus. Yet, still feeling a strange presence, I went on. But then, as quickly as it came, that weird sensation vanished. And then there was nothing. Nothing but the sea. So I followed my original impulse, looking for a clue like the statue of the flying reptile. And I found nothing, except a rock that I liked for its shape and that could serve as a specimen for the geologists.
That carcass is nowhere near the size of the flying creature.
Terra has spoken. We must return his flesh to the sea. Marama? Stay away. Riri? Carry him away. Farewell, Terra. Sleep well in the sea.
It looks like kelp washing up on the shore.
Who is this? What sisters are these? Moana, Akimi, Gloria. What is it? Invaders. You've seen strange invaders walking under the sea. Demons. Did you hear, sisters? Demons. They had big heads and walked in our ancient holy place under the sea. It was they who killed Terra. They must die.
Ah, the plot thickens. Or it would if there was a plot.
We're here. I couldn't have lasted much longer. You're not alone. Here we are, Skipper.
Good. We'll need more fire. Everything in the car is soaking wet.
Feels good to sit.
How are the batteries, Hans?
They stay dry.
The atom plant?
Still hot.
You've got that worried look again, Hans.
Thanks for waiting. She'd take care of you.
Stop teasing him, Hans. He's in love.
Very much suggests sort of an interplanetary Stepford Wives.
O God of the fire mountain, let your boiling, red-hot earth rain down upon the invading
The ancients stare at the rocks, ritual prayer to the volcano god.
Hear us, O God of the fire mountain. Pour forth thy red-hot earth. Drown them in fire. Drown them. Drown them. Drown them. Drown them. Drown them. Drown them.
I am the god of hellfire, and I bring you fire.
Looks like it worked.
Strange. It's gotten suddenly dark. Well, it's no wonder. What makes you say that?
There's an ash cloud above us.
An ash cloud? A volcano.
Yes. It's spectacular. And beyond the volcano, it looks like the lights of a city.
The red spot Andre saw. We must get a move on.
Not right away. This might be our only chance to gather some samples. Lava and ash. To take away with us.
All right. We'll go to a much better vantage point, and right now. Sherman, come.
But look at the magnificence. No one on Earth has seen such a sight.
Hurry, we must go to higher ground.
I am hurrying. Are you getting the spectra sample?
Getting it now. That's enough. The lava is rising. We waited too long. It's covered our path.
Perhaps we can run a rope.
How?
We did it before. Throw John.
There's no more time. Don?
Yes, I hear you.
Carry us across the lava. Climb on, quick!
Audibility getting better.
Why is he talking? Listen.
Giving radio distance according to your request. Am determining distance 2 miles.
It's Lockhart. I hope so, my friend. I'm sure. They'll be by here any minute yelling taxi. A remarkable invention you have here.
Nice to hear you admit it, Alan.
Kern still calls his buddy Alan.
Temperature, lower extremities, 500 degrees. My self-preservation mechanism says I must
disconnect the mechanism.
We must hold on. They'll be here.
Wish me luck.
For God's sakes, hurry.
He's here. Golly.
Sherman, turn!
Commander, Andre.
Here, let me help you out, my friend.
I never thought I'd see your ugly face again.
We save him, and he insults us. No, we should have saved Kurt's robot instead.
Kern, you rascal.
Knew you'd make it. Is the robot finished?
Yes.
So we took stock of the situation, and though we tried to keep our spirits up, it was still pretty discouraging. The volcano had destroyed some of our provisions, and our rocket ship's fuel supply was low anyway, considering the added weight of Kearns and Sherman. It looked like we'd have to be starting back very soon.
What else is there to do?
Well, we can look for Andre's girl.
So you really found proof there were people on this planet. Hard to believe.
Believe it or not, my dear Mr. Kern, it's true. And they could still be here.
If only there was some way to communicate with them, some way to make them understand we were not an enemy, that we wanted nothing except to know their ways, study their civilization. Or was it really all just fancy? Just my wishful imagination? And that sound only an accident caused by the wind in the canyons?
Hey, watch it. Now that's for your countdown, Jack, about my children.
Totally exhausted after a day of heavy chanting.
Wake up, sisters. It is a new day, and our land is safe again. But what is that? Something strange is there. Come and see. It is one of the demons. It is sent to us by the god of the fire mountain. He shows us his power.
We're here.
Sisters! All of the invaders have not been destroyed. They are stronger than the god of the fire mountain. But now, terror. Oh, terror, most powerful of all the gods, show us your wrath. Bring forth the waters and the fiery heavens. Let not one invader remain to walk your land. You have heard us, great terror.
At first we did didn't pay much attention to the rain, though it seemed heavier than any rain we'd ever seen. But it continued without let-up. In fact, it seemed to increase in strength. As we planned our takeoff procedure, which required some adjustment because of Kearns and Sherman, I know we all felt slightly uneasy, nervous, as we listened to the heavy rainfall on the ship. For myself, I listened with a sinking feeling, as though every drop were taking me further and further from ever finding her. Then suddenly,
quickly, Andre. Hans.
This was all level ground when we landed. The crack running clear across. If it widens any more, we'll all be lost.
Quick! Lighten ship for emergency blast-off. Maybe we can beat it.
Stronger than our gods. They are stronger than Terra. Terra is a false god.
Yeah, you throw like a guile. The Foley sound on this is ridiculous. Sounds more like a rubber mallet hitting a basketball than rocks hitting anything.
There is a stronger god.
Ah, can't forget the sacred head underpants.
Hear us, O strongest God of all. We worship you.
that's the story. It's been 2 years now, and there's been no plan to return to Venus. Lockhart and Kearns have moved on to other missions. There's Mars to be explored, and Jupiter. But I can't forget her, and I'm going back. Maybe someday I'll see her. Maybe I'll die trying.
The end. Not a moment too soon. So, what have we learned? First, we learned that Roger Corman was a better executive producer than he was a director. Second, regardless of title, Corman was a dedicated cheapskate. Third, Russia produced much higher quality science fiction movies during this period than the U.S. did. They treated the genre with the same respect and support as any other. Fourth, I'd really like to see the original. Now hold that thought. It turns out a DVD of the original Russian movie with English subtitles is available on Amazon. I'll link it below. Okay. There's not much more that can be said. So we'll go straight to the ratings. All three of them. In third place, Voyage to the Planet of Prehistoric Women. In all movies, 2 out of 10. Cheese, also 2 out of 10. In other words, garbage. The only reason it even gets the 2s is that it has a lot of Voyage to the Prehistoric Planet still in it. Second place goes to Voyage of the Prehistoric Planet. In all movies, 5 out of 10. And Cheese, 7 out of 10. Not really all that bad considering what Corman and company did to it. And winning the gold medal by a long shot is the original Planet of Storms. An all movies score of 8 out of 10. The original is actually a very good movie, once you get past the few little bits of propaganda, which only gets it a cheese score of 1 out of 10 since it totally fails at being cheese. It's too good. If you can have a look at it, do it. Well, the end of another thankless task. But I thank you for watching. Do the comment, like, subscribe business, and we'll meet again sometime.